Hello, it's Birdy again. Okay, right now it's 2024, September 24th. I'm back at the restaurant. It's 2002, January. Most of my family has had problems with working with me and stuff like that, and I had problems with them. But the main one was my younger brother. A few of them are still helping me, but my youngest sister's got two jobs and going to college. So it's mostly me. I'm working about 18 hours a day, and now I'm looking for a partner. And there's three prospects of what I'm going to think about putting on as a partner. Now, I could get a manager or something like that, but then they wouldn't have nothing invested and they wouldn't work as hard as they, if you were a partner, you'd work harder because you have something invested. So I'm going to sell half the restaurant to somebody and give me some time to sleep at night, because I'm sleeping 3 or 4 hours a night now, and that's horrible at that time, 2002 January. So the first prospect I had that was thinking about being a partner, I did a reading on him and I saw a lot of bad things, but I still gave him 1 week trial, and it didn't go very good. And then the second one, I did the same thing, and I did a reading and it was not good either. And gave him a week anyway, and that didn't work out. The third one, I was running out of people here, and he had his mom and dad helping him. He was a younger man in his 20s, and did a reading on him, and I told him in the reading that he would stab me in the back, take advantage of me, and it wasn't going to go good, that he was going to do really harm to myself. But not physically, it was all going to be mentally and financially, which came to pass. But he said to me, he goes, of all the readings you've ever done, you're wrong about this one, because I'm not going to do any of those bad things. And the idea was he had his mom and dad helping him, and that there was financing there. The other two were just going to be on consignment, but he had some money to put down on his half of the restaurant. So, about a month with this gentleman, it worked out very, very well. And his parents were helping him. And I did readings on all of the families and stuff like that, and it was working out well. But make a short story, not make this story very, very long, and shorten it up a little bit. In about 6 or 7 months, he did start taking money out of the till, and he started not paying his share of the bills. But I didn't realize it till it was kind of too late. And so that's about when I lost the restaurant. But we'll get back to losing the restaurant later. But it's just that I thought maybe this time I was wrong about this reading, and that this gentleman would be able to come through and keep the restaurant a lot longer than I anticipated. Like, I wanted to keep it for we're going to make it my life thing there. But that didn't work out. And we're going to get back to that another time, when I can finish this story on that gentleman. And there's another thing that happened in January that I gotta say too. There was this young lady. I didn't know how old she was. I thought she was like in her 20s, but I was wrong. She was only 15, and she came for a reading. And she was pregnant, and she didn't know who the father was. And I told her, you're pregnant, and you don't know who the father is. And I said, I don't know how old you are, but I think you should find out who the dad is and find out how you're going to proceed with this pregnancy. And then she started crying and everything, and she told me she was only 15 years old. And I'm like, wow, okay. So I said, I'm going to get back to you on this. So that night I went home and I talked to my mother. And my mother has abilities and gifts. She's a healer. And I said, Ma, I read this person, and she's pregnant. She's only 15, and she doesn't know who the father is. And my mom told me, wait 2 weeks and then see her again, and everything will be okay. And I said, what? So I said, all right. So I waited a little bit, and I told the young lady, I said, we have to wait 2 weeks, and then all your problems will go away. But my mom told me that she would still need my help, which I didn't understand at the time. So in the 2 weeks that went by, she had a miscarriage. And the idea that she would need my help is when someone has a miscarriage, they're going to have issues and guilt and all kinds of problems. So I had to walk her through it, which I've done before with other females that have had miscarriage or even abortions. When they lose something like that, it's a big dramatic thing. Traumatic. Anyway, I got it done. And so I will get back to the story of my partner in another segment. That's about it for now. And I'll talk to you later. This is Birdy.